Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my new video where we are going to be discussing the different mythic items and their applications and when to use which item in different situations. If you guys have any questions for me, I'd love to help you guys out. I love Swain. I'm a bit of a Swain fanatic, so let me know in the comments down below. So the first mythic item that I want to talk about is the Crown of the Shattered Queen. This gives you a absolutely great option for playing against enemy team comps that are very, very heavy in burst and you're just looking to survive an initial thing. Particularly Evelyn. This is my absolute favorite item to go against an enemy team that has an Evelyn on it because it really ruins her ability to one-shot you from stealth inside of a CC chain because you will be getting a lot of damage reduction. However, you do need to be careful with this item because it can be very easily poked off by enemy champions, particularly if it's something like a Xerath or Vel'Koz or Varus that can hit you from a really, really long way away. This item might not be the best. So, pretty much a anti-assassin item that needs to be played against non-poke enemy team comps. The next one up is Everfrost. Now, this is an item that is not as carry heavy as Liandry's, but has a great effectiveness against enemy team comps that are very heavy in melee. Also, you can combine Everfrost with the Glacial Augment rune to get an additional mini exhaust with the damage reduction and get those really nice just a huge slow field on the map if you combine those together. Again, they made this cheaper, so it is even better. You don't have that really annoying blasting one back, so keep this in mind when you see an enemy with an enemy team comp with a lot of melee champions. Now, Liandry's Anguish is my go-to item. This is pretty much the mythic that I'd go in most of my games. This is the heaviest carrying item just because of the amount of damage that it brings. You're not going to be as tanky. It is a little bit riskier, but this is going to outperform a lot of other mythics if you are not really being focused. Now, any of the other items are pretty niche. Riftmaker might be good into enemy team comps that have very, very low threat on you and you just really want to embrace that. However, you are going to run into mana issues. Rocket Bill would be kind of a troll and fun thing to do. Night Harvester, again, is not going to be too meta. If you are one of those Swain players, now I have made a video about this where you enjoy playing Swain as a backline mage. Luden's Tempest does have some ability to be a niche item where you can focus and just get really strong picks because this will do your EWQ passive. Just your whole combo is just going to do a massive amount of damage if you get that Luden's Tempo proc in the situation. Now, another item that I wanted to talk about is this new Even Shroud item. I think this can be a very, very strong item. When you combine it with things like Exhaust and Glacial Augment, you are just providing so many debuffs and increased damages, reduced damages on the enemy team comp. If you are feeling like you aren't performing too well, Even Shroud can be a great mythic item choice. And again, all the other tank items are going to be not as meta as this. So kind of the go-to items would be Even Shroud if you feel like you're not performing too well and your team needs a main tank. And then the Anti-Assassin Crown of the Shattered Queen, particularly against Evelyn. This should always be bought against Evelyn if there's not much poke on the enemy team. Everfrost is great against super heavy melee champions. Liandry's Anguish is your go-to carry item. And Luden's Tempest if you are trying to play Swain a little bit like a backline mage. Now, again, guys, if you have any questions, I've tried to be as interactive with you guys as possible. I think that Swain is in a decent spot right now. Some of the new items can be quite effective. I think that the Fimbulwinter is definitely going to have some applications when you're going more of a tanky setup on Swain. And if there's super heavy burst items, I still think Gargoyles has a little bit of application. So go out there, try out a couple of different builds. Let me know if you found anything that is a little bit different, something that I didn't cover. I think that Swain can have a really diverse item build. And as always, guys, take it easy.